Right now, right now. 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 Oh, I got a real good feeling. Got a real good feeling. Like there is lightning deep in my bones. Yeah, I got a real good feeling. I won't hit no ceiling. I'm going higher than I've ever known. Yeah, I got a real good feeling. Got a real good feeling. Like there is lightning deep in my bones. Yeah, I got a real good feeling. I won't hit no ceiling. I'm going higher than I've ever known. I got a real good feeling.
Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about Bitcoin because overnight, Bitcoin managed to break above the all-important resistance level of $50,000, and on top of that, we have also seen a leak coming from none other than somebody who likes to leak things about Twitter, because it looks like Twitter might be about to adopt Bitcoin and Ethereum using the Strike payments solution built on the Lightning Network so that you can start sending tips to your favorite creators and profiles over on Twitter. This would be a massive deal for anybody who is using Twitter, and it is a big deal for anybody here in the cryptocurrency space who wants to see Bitcoin and crypto become mass adopted, because Twitter is still one of the top 5 largest social media platforms by usership on the entire planet. And we're also going to talk a little bit about South and Central America adoption, because there is a lot more news coming out about that. We got a lot to cover today, and I cannot wait to jump into it. We are joined, as always, by TA Tim.
Don't switch to me. Don't switch to me.
Don't switch to Tim.
Jeb, lower your laptop real quick, just like such.
Don't close it all the way. Oh my lord! I don't know if it's gonna work.
I said lower it.
Why would you close it? Now I don't know if it's gonna work.
Real quick. All right, come to me. Come to me. Come to me. Now go to you, Smay. We're introducing Smay now.
Guys, I couldn't find a shirt that fit.
Go Hokies! Tonight is the night, ladies and gentlemen. Football is back.
I am being forced against my will to wear this shirt.
It was not against your will. It was just heavily encouraged.
It was against my will.
Heavily encouraged.
It was against
is
my
the
will.
way I want to put
It's really
that.
hot in here, and for once, it's not 10. It's just really hot in this hoodie, and it's also about 7 sizes. Is this one of your hoodies?
Yes.
That's why.
Well, yeah, I would have. Yeah, but you're good.
Look at this. I look like a girl wearing their boyfriend's jacket. That's how massive this thing is. People are gonna clip that and make something weird out of that. Anyway, we are joined as always by Smay. How you doing, Smay?
Hi everybody, I'm here. I'm wearing a hat that doesn't have a adjustable thing, so it constantly slips up the back of my head. It's a horrible made hat, but I'm here to support my friend Tim.
Are you a Go Hokies guy?
No, I'm not.
I literally asked before the stream, now hang on a second, the Hokies are not playing UF because Go Gators, and they're not playing Alabama because Roll Tide this year, right? And he said no. So I agreed to support the Hokies for him because the game is tonight. Yeah. But Tim, what are you guys going to be doing in the middle of the game? It's unfortunate timing.
We had talked. We might do the show tonight
at 4.
At 4 or 5.
Oh, really? Okay.
I say 4, so we get out of here
6
earlier.
o'clock I think is a hard time for a lot of people to watch. Let us know in chat if you would rather see the show earlier rather than later. I know, though, in the future, I think we've actually connected with old Ben.
Yep.
Old Ben boy.
Old Ben.
Old Bit boy.
Old Bit boy.
He's going to be on the show in a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So
Old Bit of boy.
We got to schedule it around his ATB because,
Indeed.
he hasn't invited us there, me and Smay. But, we are
Drop a 1 in chat if you'd like to see Tim and Smay over on Around the Blockchain. Had a lot of fun there yesterday. Guys, we got a lot to talk about, so we're going to dive into it. Tim and I have been looking at the Bitcoin chart quite a bit this morning, and Bitcoin managed to break $50,000 earlier than I expected it would, to be quite honest with you. I still don't think that we've confirmed a breakout above $50,000, $50,500, the level that we were looking at yesterday, but we do have some updates that we can bring you. Let's start out on the daily chart as usual. Bitcoin has been moving into what you might call a rounding top formation over the last 2 months. Bitcoin started its rally right here on the 21st of July and has been rallying ever since. And over the last month and a half, we've rallied up to $50,000, but we have not managed to conclusively break above $50,000. Yesterday in the video we did, I talked about how I think that Bitcoin is going to break $50,000 in the next week or so, but I didn't think it was going to happen immediately. Now, something interesting is happening, and that is Bitcoin is doing just what I thought it wouldn't do, which is it's trying to break above 50,000. It's currently trading at 50,800. As you guys know, there was a flat level of resistance, and in fact, a zone of resistance in between about 50,300 and 50,600. That was constituted by some of our previous highs, such as this local high that we set on August the 23rd and this local high that we set here on the 2nd of September. So that was the zone that Bitcoin needed to beat. Well, now what we've seen happen is Bitcoin had a pullback down to around $48,500 yesterday, and it is trying to break out of it right now. The question on the table is, are we going to be able to conclusively break above $50,500 and the zone of resistance right there? Or is Bitcoin simply trying for something that is just simply not going to happen? That's what we need to discuss today. Looking at our volume, we can see that the volume is quite a bit higher right now than it was. The volume has increased over the last 3 or 4 days, indicating that people are more excited about Bitcoin, or else they wouldn't be trading it, and that has led partially to some more volatility. We can see on the Bollinger Bands right now that Bitcoin is riding the Bollinger Bands on the upward side of them. It does mean that Bitcoin is increasing in its volatility. It means that the exuberance in the space is rallying, and that's a very good sign for anyone who wants to see Bitcoin break to the upside. We talked about yesterday how Bitcoin was in and is in a ascending triangle pattern. We broke bullish out of our symmetrical triangle pattern, but not with a lot of confidence. And when we did that, we entered an ascending triangle pattern, a flat level of resistance, or in this case, a zone, again, between 50,300 and 50,600, and an uptrending level of support right here with a low set at $44,000 on the 19th of August, and then also here on the 1st of September at $47,000. Will Bitcoin be able to break bullish out of this ascending triangle pattern, and when? That's what we're trying to address here, because as you guys know, we all have a prediction that Bitcoin is going to be going back to all-time high, $65,000, more than likely in the next 45 days. We want to find out how it's going to get there so that we can make the most out of that rally through trading and investing in this space. I want to briefly take it on to Ethereum and Cardano, though, actually, because they have a big part to play in this as well. Looking over on CoinMarketCap, we can see that Bitcoin market dominance is currently sitting at 41.7%. And Ethereum has passed a major milestone. It is currently above 20% market dominance. We saw it rally up to 20% market dominance back in August, but now we have done the same. It's not showing up on this chart, but you can see it right up here at the very top of my screen. Ethereum's market dominance at the moment is sitting at 20.3%. Doing some historical analysis on market dominance, you guys will be able to tell that Ethereum's market dominance rallies during bull markets. This makes a lot of sense because one thing that I've constantly talked about, and we'll go to full screen for a second to talk about this, one thing that I've mentioned and talked about for the last 4 years that we've been doing content here on the channel is that during bull markets, people are very, very confident in Bitcoin and the big power players. So what do? They use Bitcoin as a base of support to venture out into the smaller cap altcoins. Whenever you go into a bear market, and believe me, bear markets can be very, very, very dull, bleak, and boring. During those bear markets, people put all of their crypto back into the bigger assets like Bitcoin and Ethereum, specifically and mainly Bitcoin. But when the market is going through a major rally and doing very well for itself, people are much more interested in looking into altcoins that they view as having higher risk. For example, things like Ethereum or things like Cardano or things like smaller cap coins like all of the different dog coins, Sheeb and SafeMoon's not one of the Doge coins, but Dogecoin, all of these different cryptocurrencies that are perceived as higher risk but higher return, people get more interested in those in bull markets. So the point here is Ethereum is doing very well. Why? Because people are confident in Bitcoin. That is what's important here. Ethereum has been rallying on market dominance ever since January when it was sitting at 7.3% all the way up to where it is right now at 20%. Number one, that's because Ethereum has massively outperformed Bitcoin as a result of all of the fundamental developments like EIP 1559, Ethereum 2.0 coming closer, and the development of the DeFi and DEXs space on the Ethereum blockchain. Ethereum's doing very well, and that speaks to confidence from the cryptocurrency market in Bitcoin. So taking it back to Bitcoin now, if Ethereum is doing so well and has broken every single resistance level before it rallies back to all-time high, we're going to talk about Ethereum a little bit later in the show if we have time. Ethereum has broken all of its resistance. It looks like it's going back to all-time high, and it could very well be the catalyst for kicking off the same thing happening in Bitcoin. On Ethereum, we were in an ascending triangle pattern the same way we are in right now on Bitcoin. That ascending triangle pattern was right here, and 4 days ago on the 31st of August, we broke bullish out of it. Right now, we might be at the very beginning of the same thing. So, Tim, I want to ask you, do you think that Bitcoin is following in Ethereum's footsteps? They were both in symmetrical ascending triangle patterns. Ethereum broke bullish and is headed back to all-time high. Is Bitcoin about to follow and do the same?
Well, first of all, Bitcoin broke out of the ascending triangle pattern.
It has, but it's broken out of it, but it's still so close to it.
It could come right back down.
Yeah, it hasn't broken it with a lot of confidence is my problem.
So redo the question. So now the question is, will Bitcoin strongly break through this ascending triangle pattern?
Yes.
And my answer is overwhelmingly yes. Doing the TA, I was talking to Jeb this morning. Literally, I looked at the daily chart, the 4-hourly chart, the hourly chart. And I'm not going to give you every single note I ever had, but I found three bearish things. There's three? Yes, three. Yes. And there was three of them, and they were all probably the most inconsequential bearish predictors of what you could be looking at. The first one was on the 4-hourly chart. We had a Lux Algo flash take profit. Now, Lux Algo has been doing a phenomenal job. I actually really love what it's doing, but I have noticed there are times where it has a take profit signal that happens right before a rally, right? So we just saw that flash. That's a bearish signal. That's kind of saying, hey, the price momentum slowing down. That's not confirmation. We've seen several times within this last week where there's a take profit signal, boom, massive green candlestick comes like literally 2 candlesticks later.
Yep.
Not that big of a deal. Not that worried about it. Also on the 4-hourly chart, the MACD, the histograms are still green, but they're getting a little smaller. Not that big of a deal. That can change. As we talked about a couple days ago.
4-hourly? The MACD on the 4-hourly looks to be diverging from where I'm seeing.
So it could have changed this morning. Remember, I did this.
It was the last 2 4-hourly candlesticks. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah. Let me look at this real quickly.
They were converging from 8 a.m. yesterday all the way until midnight last night. And it looks like the last 2 bars on the histogram down on the 4-hourly MACD are diverging.
On daily chart real quick. I'm going to confirm. Because
on daily or 4-hourly? I'm sorry. That might be
the 4-hourly.
4-hourly, yeah.
All right. And so what happened is it just changed. So
okay.
The price action since I was doing it this morning changed, and I said in the note, it is getting smaller, but it is an indication yet that that's a confirmed movement. So guess what? Yeah. Take away that one bear, call.
Yeah.
The last and final one is on the 1-hourly chart, the Bollinger Bands, we are slightly overextended. This happens all the time. You don't even need to go down to correct from that. You just got to move sideways a little bit.
Yeah.
You'll get outside of overextended. Literally everything else. On the daily chart, we are seeing bullish RSI divergence. We are seeing bullish cross probably coming in the next few days on the MACD. Yep. We're continuing to use the 20-day EMA support, which is phenomenal. I talked about this is something I think Jeb's going to talk about here in a little bit, but VPVR, I started with that number and I found so many correlations. Actually, this was yesterday. I started with that number yesterday on the VPVR. We are seeing Fibonacci retracement Fibonacci retracement and extension match that number.
Yep.
We are seeing on the hourly chart, we're seeing the formation that's currently having an inverse head and shoulders pattern play out.
Yep.
We're seeing it play out to about that number. In all reality, I believe if it's not today, it's going to be tomorrow or Sunday when we see Bitcoin probably at least break 51,000 confidently and start shooting towards 53, where there's not a whole heck of a lot of resistance between us and 53K.
Yeah.
So wrapping that up into a pretty bow, is Bitcoin going to confidently break through the ascending triangle? Absolutely.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. I expected it was going to need to cool off for a little bit, but I think one of the things that has caused Bitcoin to rally so well here is Ethereum has undergone a massive rally. And by the way, Ethereum has broken above. I'll mention this briefly because, like I said, Ethereum has so much to do with Bitcoin right now. Over the last 8 hours or so, Ethereum has confidently broken through the level of resistance it was using. By the way, if anybody ever when people tell me that technical analysis doesn't work, let me point you really quickly to the Fibonacci retracement, 78.6% right here at $3,833. Look at what we were using as resistance, the Fibonacci retracement level. I'm just saying technical analysis works and you absolutely need to understand it. We broke bullish above that on Ethereum, and I think a lot of that bullish momentum that's happening on Ethereum is starting to spill over into Bitcoin. This is exactly what I talked about 2 weeks ago when we talked about how Cardano's rally was probably going to spill over into Ethereum, which was probably going to spill over into Bitcoin. That's what we're seeing happen right now. We've seen major breakouts on Ethereum, and now we're seeing the same thing happen on Bitcoin. This is why you can't just do analysis in a void, in a vacuum, and look just at Bitcoin and ignore your fundamentals, ignore your on-chain, ignore your other indicators, and ignore your other coins, because they are all an interconnected system. The oil market has some effect on Bitcoin, guys. You got to pay attention to as much as possible so you get a holistic point of view. That's one of the things we preach here all the time, is having a holistic point of view on the market. By the way, if you guys are enjoying today's stream, we've got about 2,000 people watching. Make sure to smash that like button. I know we can get up to 750 likes here in the next couple of minutes. And by the way, thank you very much to all of our members. You guys are helping to support the channel, so thank you guys very much. If you want to become one of our members, then you can hit the join button right below the like button, which you should also press. Anyway, I want to mention and go into a little bit more detail on what Tim was talking about so that you guys can really see. Here on the 1 hourly chart, I'm actually going to go to a cleaner chart so that we don't have all of that technical analysis I just did on it. Right here on the 1 hourly chart, this is the inverse head and shoulders pattern he's talking about. It's actually a pretty well-formed head and shoulders pattern. Sometimes you'll see one shoulder be a little bit larger than the other, but in general, it is a pretty well-defined head and shoulders pattern. And if you do the price target on it, as Tim was saying, the price target for this head and shoulders pattern is drawn like this. If you extrapolate this out, then you are looking at about a $52,100 price target on this inverse HNS, and that does correspond quite well to our VPVR, because if we look at the historical VPVR on Bitcoin, there is actually a valley in the VPVR sitting right around that zone. It's sitting right here around $52,000 to $53,000. That is the zone that I am looking at right now for Bitcoin to rally to, is $52,000 to $53,000, especially more specifically about $52,500 to $53,500. That's the zone that I'm expecting Bitcoin is going to be moving up into now, if we are able to confidently break this ascending triangle pattern, which it looks like we are going to be able to, especially considering things like a daily chart MACD cross incoming more than likely the day after tomorrow. Take a look at this. We're almost certainly going to see this daily chart MACD cross bullish the day after tomorrow on Sunday, so pay close attention to that. We've seen the reversal on the histogram for the daily chart MACD 3 days ago. That was a bullish sign that we talked about, and you definitely want to pay attention to. And as Tim mentioned, there is also very, very long-term and powerful bullish RSI divergence underpinning this entire movement that has been in effect for a very long time. It's been in effect ever since the 4th of August. This is a month-long worth of bullish RSI divergence. It's very rare you see a month of bullish RSI divergence without it resulting in a powerful move. So even though it looks like Bitcoin is not going to go through the smaller correction like we thought, and it looks like it is going to break bullish, I don't think that's something to be concerned about. I think that's something to be very excited about. So if you are looking to buy into Bitcoin, I personally think right now is a halfway decent time to buy in. I'm still waiting for just a little bit more confirmation. I'm more of a conservative trader when I do trade. You guys know that. I personally would wait for just a little bit more confirmation. I want to see a little bit more volume. I want to see a little bit more time up here, because I'm still not feeling all that confident in this break above $51,000, above $50,500, excuse me. But I think we will feel a lot more confident on that in the next 24 hours. I think a longing opportunity is very much in the cards, and I think we are on track for that $100,000 Bitcoin in the next 6 months, like we have been talking about.
What I love about Bitcoin, and I did TA this morning on Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, and there's good things about all three of them. There's also some bad things about Ethereum, Cardano. Not bad in terms of long term, just bad in terms of we might see some negative price action happening soon.
Full screen.
Bitcoin was bullish on all three charts. Overwhelmingly on the daily, overwhelmingly on the 4 hourly, overwhelmingly on the hourly. So what I'm saying, and then you pair all that with the news of Twitter, this is going to be a great weekend
for
Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Now, I still think that we could see some positive stuff happening at Ethereum Cardano. Not as good. Like, I actually would be surprised if when we check back in on Monday, if Bitcoin wasn't the leading coin of those top three for the weekend. Cardano is sometimes unpredictable, but when you're looking at the technicals, when you're looking at recent price action, when you're seeing that massive rally Ethereum just had, Ethereum needs a cool-off period. And this weekend, I think it's going to take that time. It's going to cool off. It's not going to massively grow. I don't think it's going to massively dump or anything, but I think it's going to just kind of move sideways for a little bit.
On Ethereum?
On Ethereum. And the reason why... And
I might disagree with you on that one.
I would love to hear why you think not, but we can get on that too. There are some bullish indicators on Ethereum, but there's also some things that are looking a little bearish for the next couple of days. Doesn't mean that, again, massive dump of the price. It just means that momentum upwards is going to take a pause for a quick second. I would love to find out on Monday. I would love to.
We will find out on
hear
Monday.
your take first.
My take is pretty simple. We're right near all-time high, and I think the hype's going to take over. That's what I think.
Okay.
Now, one thing that I know that you've seen is that there is massive bearish RSI divergence showing up on the daily chart. However, if that hype takes over and we rally back to all-time high at $4,408, then that RSI divergence is going to be nullified. So we haven't confirmed that top yet. If we confirm that top, and I'll show you guys really quickly on my chart what I'm talking about. If we confirm that top there on the, let me go ahead and draw this. If we confirm that top right there, this resistance level is uptrending. This resistance level right down here on Ethereum is downtrending. But if we rally all the way back to all-time high in the next 2 or 3 days, we're probably going to have a double top on RSI and nullify that. But if we do top out below all-time high, then we probably will have that RSI divergence playing out, and that could result in a pretty big correction on Ethereum down maybe to $3,800, where that last level of support is at 78.6 on Fibonacci. I'll be honest, I don't know. But knowing the Ethereum community, shout out to the Ethereum community. You know, by the way, XRP's got the XRP army. ADA's got the hashtag ADA gang. What is the name for the people that love Ethereum? Is Ethereum too big to have a cool name? Let me know in chat. What's the cool name for Ethereum? Because I want to hear hashtag I love Ethereum in chat, because Ethereum is a great project.
I'll tell you the hashtag.
What is it?
Hashtag losers.
I'm kidding. That's pretty rough.
Wait a second. You're
going to get hell in the chat for that one.
Last
the other week, I came after Charles and 88.
Smay's just salty because he doesn't own enough of it.
Listen, I was going to say, I'm a Bitcoin maxi, guys. I'm a Bitcoin
Are you?
maxi. I am.
It's Smay.
I own Bitcoin.
It's
But
Smay.
also, can I just say...
I don't think you know what Bitcoin Maxi means.
what does it mean?
No,
It's a lot. Yeah.
Tell me
What do
what
you
it
think
means.
it means?
Like, I think all the other coins are bad, and I only want Bitcoin.
Oh, never mind. I guess he is a Bitcoin
Okay,
maxi.
then I
I
am a
didn't know
Bitcoin
that. I did
maxi.
not know you were a maxi.
I was going to say, not knowing the definition is different than actually telling the truth about Bitcoin.
I
Beef
am.
gang.
Okay, but listen, let me
I
look
thought
at...
you loved dots.
I was gonna say I thought you loved
Hold
Solana.
on, let me look at these people. Okay, I'm just trying to be controversial, okay?
That's what I thought. I was like, you're
We're
lying.
leaving there.
I like Polkadot. I like Ethereum, but, you know.
Oh, Solarmy. That's a good one. That's a good one for
That's
Solana.
Solana.
That's smart. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and read some super chats. We got a lot of catching up to do,
All right. Yes, we do.
and we had a couple people
And
join the Jedi Knights, by the way.
Today's a little different because I had to go back to copy and pasting them. So that's been a handful. But we're going to get through this. Hopefully I read every single name correctly.
If you
don't
don't,
count
we'll
on
clip it and make a funny video.
Don't count on it. Cryptoverse said, how big or small will Taproot be, and do you think it will be on times, meaning November?
Taproot is something that I want to do a lot more research on and bring you guys a full video on that. So watch out for that video. I'm not going to answer that right now just because before I answer a question like that, I want to do as much research as I possibly can. I'm not a blockchain developer, so it takes me a little bit of time to understand these things. Taproot seems like it's going to be a giant and very, very beneficial thing for Bitcoin, but I'm not going to give you the details until I've done some more research on it. Good question, though, and we will be covering that.
Okay. Elon Musk. So we got celebrities in chat.
I got
here.
celebrities in chat. There
I
we
got
go.
to pronounce that right. Jeb, nice haircut, son. Can you talk about... Oh,
Thank you.
Elon Musk is your father?
Oh, my father complimented my hair. If my dad's watching this, thank you. My dad used to always get on me because I had a mullet in high school and he thought it looked terrible, and he was right. But
Anyway, Elon Musk.
Did you get a haircut, though?
no, I got a haircut like 3 weeks ago. I just actually brushed it correctly.
Looks
this
good.
morning.
Nice.
Thank you. I appreciate
I'm
that.
gonna read this. Elon Musk said, Jeb, nice haircut, son. Can you talk about UNI versus SEC or Uni versus SEC? Is it going to be as bad as XRP? Interested to hear about Solana, Luna, DOT, and alt season.
I don't think it's going to be as big as the XRP versus SEC case. That's a pretty big case that's going on there. That's something else we want to bring you guys more information on. But that's another one of those things I'm not going to weigh in too much on until I have a lot more information at my fingertips on that one. But I definitely want to keep an eye on it.
Ryan Wilkerson, which I remember straight, he had a West Virginia symbol in his little picture. He said, can't spell,
Yay,
can't
WVU,
spell
let's go.
convict without VT.
Is that a reference to something, or are they
No,
just calling you
I don't know
criminals?
why. Like, he's just West Virginia and Virginia Tech are definitely rivals. They're going to play this year.
Let's go,
So
WVU.
we'll wait for that game. Old Ryan Wilkerson.
You know, it's crazy. This is going to be very controversial, too. I am both at the same time.
You cannot be a Marshall.
Yes, I am.
And a West
I am a
Virginia fan.
Marshall and West Virginia.
All right,
fan.
Ryan, you and I have our differences, but please talk to my boy Smay over here about you
so-
can't worship the devil and Jesus.
Let me say
at the same
no.
time.
Listen. So basically, the story
It's a
goes.
rule.
The story goes that my grandpa and he went to Marshall, and I was from West Virginia. I didn't really grow up there, but my family all was very.
I think
into
they're
Marshall.
both a bunch of hillbillies.
But listen.
That's what I was gonna say.
My step grandfather and now my
I can
grandma.
say that because I'm a hillbilly.
They are huge, and I mean huge WVU fans, and they've like decked me out with a bunch of WVU merch. And I watch a lot of those games, so I like them both. Okay.
Listen, here's the thing.
That is
Ryan.
impossible.
At the end of the day, you can't spell VT because you went to West Virginia. That's all it is. So I'm gonna
pretty
leave it
funny.
with that. Gonna leave it with that.
That's
I
pretty
add
funny.
one more super chat before I go to the next one. All right, moving forward, we got
Smash the
one.
like button, guys. I know we can get up over 1,000.
We got one from Francisco Cardona.
Cardano.
Yeah.
Lego.
Love this show, guys. Would you say that a double top, which is bearish, or a W pattern bullish in the Bitcoin 4-hourly chart starting on the 23rd?
Looking at the Bitcoin chart, there is, he's right, there is a W bottom showing up on Bitcoin, which is very bullish. That double top that you're talking about on Bitcoin has not fully played out yet. If Bitcoin is able to confidently stay above about $50,500, then it's not a double top. It's actually just a higher high, which is very bullish. At the moment, it doesn't look like a double top anymore. It did yesterday, which is why I was saying that it looked like we're going to have a correction. But now that we've started to break bullish above it, it doesn't look like that's the case. It looks like it is a higher high, which is bullish.
Okay. Gosh, we have so many super chats coming in.
I know. Oh my gosh.
This is not working well.
Wait, I want to
Bring
ask
Zach
something. I
back
want to do a
tomorrow,
poll real
or
quick, guys.
Monday.
Put a 1 in chat if you live in West Virginia right now. I just want to know.
All right.
They don't have internet.
Moving on. Matt C donated saying, what's so impressive about ADA and Solana's recent run-up is that they are doing it mostly without the help of Bitcoin, which has been neutral for weeks until today. This is a good sign that the overall market is maturing.
Absolutely. Totally. Yeah. I want to see the altcoins running without needing Papa Bitcoin to kind of lead the way. I want them to be able to go out and flourish on their own and flap their wings, and that's what we're seeing happen. So, absolutely.
Moving on, JH said, what's your price target for ADA during the bear market?
Probably down around... Truth be told, it's kind of hard to tell because ADA has so much farther to run before the bear market starts, in my humble opinion. I think it probably won't go below $1.80 again, and I'm getting that number from some highs we saw back in May and June of this year. I'd be surprised if it went back below $1.80, but honestly, there's a good reason to believe that it might never go back below $3 after we hit like the $10 price target we've been talking about.
Keeping moving on. Wayne Kerr said, love you guys, especially Tim.
Ooh.
Wayne, love
there
you.
you go.
Love
I
you,
was
man.
joking earlier, by the way. I know that there's internet in West Virginia. I'm allowed to say that because I'm from the sticks up in Tennessee. So all my West Virginia
That's not the
viewers,
same thing. I'm from
it's
West
close.
Virginia.
It's close.
And guys,
all my West Virginians out there, I love you, and the
Now,
Appalachians are my home.
I will say this, being from West
Hit the like
Virginia,
button.
I will say West Virginia is not actually that nice of a place. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It's pretty rough. It's pretty rough.
It's sad, is what it is. It's
pretty
actually like jokes aside, pretty sad.
Alexandre
They have great restaurants, though.
Alexandre
That's
Ignacio
true.
joined the Jedi Knights.
Let's go.
So, another member.
Let's go.
Welcome, Alexandre. We've seen you in here for a while. Love having
Absolutely.
you here.
Yeah.
Joshua Keith Young said, sup, gentlemen. I personally
Sup.
don't own any crypto, but my full-time job is investing and trading Canadian crypto mining stocks. Coffee and crypto gives me an edge in the market and gives me a positive start to the day. Keep it up.
There we
Endless
go.
thanks to the entire team.
Oh, thank you very
Come
much.
on.
Let's
That's
go.
awesome.
Thank you very much.
Corey Bates says, rooting for VT tonight because I love this channel. Roots are from Seminole tribes, so Florida State stand up. Upset incoming Sunday night. Good night, Notre Dame. Corey, I love the first part of your message.
Oh, that second part, though.
Is not going to happen.
It's not gonna happen.
I've never seen a program as misrun as Florida State, and I'm so sorry about that, Corey. You ain't going to have another good year. I mean, here's, try your best. But
God bless you. You're going to need it.
Dan Massard said, steak dinners for the crew on me tonight.
Ooh, thank you.
Come on.
I'll take that. I
Some
might
generous
order some
people
steak.
here.
I might get some steak tonight.
Oh, here we go. Gatidius Telecom.
That's a name.
I hope that's right.
Drop a 1 in chat if you want to see a mixtape of Tim trying to pronounce names. I think that'd be pretty funny.
Gatidius.
Gatidius.
Should I sell
Gatidius.
my altcoins before the end of September?
I don't have enough information to tell you
I
that.
don't think so.
I don't think so. I don't have enough. I don't know what altcoins you're in. I don't know. I mean, I ain't got enough information to give you an answer on that one.
Snapple, I'm missing some super chats. Oh, here. I'm going to read these two so I don't have to add them.
All right.
oh, no. It's either Roches or Rocks.
Roches.
Jazz Rocks,
Roches.
I'm going to say. What's your thoughts on Dentcoin and your price prediction?
My thoughts are I don't have a thought.
Yeah, I don't know
have
what
a thought.
that is.
I don't have a thought.
Austin Evertson said, yeah, that was an easier one. I'm sorry about that, Austin. Evertson said, will ETH cycle continue on with the alt season, or will it end when Bitcoin ends?
I think it will definitely continue on with the alt season. I think that Ethereum is going to be the one leading the alt season. So, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Do we want to go? We'll do two more.
Let's do two more.
We'll move on. David Buckley said, good luck tonight, Tim, from a Clemson Tiger fan. I will say, Clemson fans are some of the nicest fans in the world, and I think it's actually a little bit pretentious because they just know they're that much better than everybody else, that they're just nice. And so, you know what, David? I'll take it. Thank you.
Oh, that's funny.
Good job. I'm a Clemson fan. I low-key think that Clemson might have the best coaches in all of college football.
Clemson's from South
all
Carolina,
the way around.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to live in Myrtle Beach, so there you go.
Last one. Kevin Finsel, I think that's how it's worded, would love some insight on Cardano platforms like ADAX or X-Ray prior to smart contracts launching in a few weeks. Would love to get in early on this.
I'm not familiar with the second one, but ADAX looks like it's going to be a great project, and it's one that I'm looking to get into. We have a really funny super chat here.
I know, I see it.
Go ahead, Tim.
I don't want to. I want to start with what it says.
Yeah,
it
read
just
what it
says,
says.
just want to hear Tim butcher my name.
I
can say his
I
name.
want you to pronounce it. I'll say it.
Diomedes Sandoval.
Yeah, no, that's right. I'm pretty sure that's right. It's
Victorious!
Diomedes, I bet, Sandoval. I bet it's
Let
Diomedes.
us know, Diomedes.
I think it's Diomedes Sandoval.
Sandoval.
You're an oval in the sand.
Oh, my
We
God.
don't draw
wait,
lines in the
wait.
sand. We draw ovals in the
Say
sand.
this new member. Welcome this new member.
Yes, welcome the new member, Tim.
No.
Welcome the new member.
He's a Jedi youngling.
Say it.
Say it. Come on, say it.
Renatus Ivoskis.
I think that was right, too,
That was
to be
pretty
honest with
good.
you. I think that was
He's on a
actually
roll.
accurate.
He's on a roll.
Tim, do you know how to say Pablo Picasso's full name?
No, I don't even want to
don't
start.
do this.
You
Please
want to?
don't
I don't
do
want to
this.
start. Let's get back to
Please don't do
crypto.
this.
Let's get back to crypto.
Let's get back to crypto. Guys, we got some interesting news coming out about... Gosh, what part of the show are we on? We're talking about, let me check my notes here. We are talking about Twitter. That's what I was trying to get at. Guys, we got some big announcements coming out of Twitter, and this is one of the things that we want to talk about today because there has been a leak from Twitter from a person that uses Twitter, and I'll read it here. Twitter to allow users to add BTC and Ethereum addresses to profile per leaked screenshots. Dun, dun, dun. That's a big deal. While the news is unofficial at this stage, I kind of disagree with that because someone from Twitter basically confirmed it. Twitter's product lead, now it's my turn to butcher names, Kayvon Bekapor, I think I got that right, hinted that there could be an announcement soon. Twitter appears to be developing functionality that enables users to add Bitcoin and Ethereum addresses to their profiles. The latest update is believed to be a part of Twitter's tip jar feature, which was introduced in May this year, and adds to reports which surfaced earlier this week that the firm would enable Bitcoin tipping for content creators. Italian mobile developer and self-described leaker Alessandro Paluzzi tweeted screenshots on Thursday that showed Bitcoin and Ether wallet address options in the settings toolbar of the app version of Twitter. Twitter is working to allow you to add your Bitcoin and Ethereum address to your profile via tips via the tip jar feature. I said I have a cousin named Trip who just broke his arm. That's why I was on my mind. It's not necessary to link a Strike account to add them to your profile because it looks like this will be done through Strike. As you can see here from the screenshot that he funnily enough, posted on Twitter. It says copy Bitcoin address, copy Ethereum address. It has the logos. You can also see that you can put in your Bitcoin address here and your Ethereum address here. So unless he photoshopped this, that's what it looks like is going on. And by the way, it looks like we also have some confirmation of this because while the news is unofficial at this state, Twitter product lead Kayvon Bekapor, I think I got that right, retweeted Paluzzi's Wednesday post about Bitcoin tipping feature with the lightning and soon arrow emoji. Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey hinted in July that Bitcoin tipping was part of the company's broader plans to integrate that asset into the platform via avenues such as e-commerce and subscriptions. A Tuesday report from MacRumors claimed the Bitcoin tipping features will utilize Lightning Network payment platform Strike. However, Paluzzi suggested it is not necessary to link a Strike account to add Bitcoin addresses to user profiles. So Strike is a layer, I guess you could call it a layer 3 solution that helps to simplify Lightning Network, which is a layer 2 solution on Bitcoin to help expedite transactions. And you can see right here, the very man himself that works at Twitter said the lightning arrow, which might be referring to Lightning Network, and the soon emoji, which as far as I'm concerned, is confirmation that this is coming. As we said, Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey has already confirmed that this is in the plans. So this looks like it is on the horizon. There doesn't seem to be much doubt about it at this point.
A great question is, when you're tipping, do you tip in the form of straight up Satoshis, or do you tip in the form of US dollars and it just translates it for you?
No, it's actual Bitcoin is what it looks like.
And that's what I thought, because Alexander Ignacio had a great point. He said, watch people tipping in one Bitcoin by accident and asking for it back.
That's a good point.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
No, I know.
Like, the amount of people
going to
don't
happen.
actually fully know what they're actually doing.
That's
with
going to
Satoshis.
happen. Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, it says enter your Bitcoin address and enter your Ethereum address. So it looks like it's actual just, transacting with cryptocurrency is what it looks like. You would have a wallet attached to your Twitter account, I guess. It's really interesting. While let's see, there's a few more points in here. Dorsey Square Incorporated has outlined multiple Bitcoin initiatives in 2021, including assisted custody wallet and Bitcoin-based decentralized finance services. The idea of digital gold being used to tip content creators on Twitter is unsurprising, given that Dorsey is a Bitcoin maxi. However, the inclusion of Ethereum appears to be uncharted territory for the tech leader, who has notably refused to have anything to do with the second most popular cryptocurrency in the past. This leads me to believe that there are more people in Twitter that are interested in cryptocurrencies than just Jack Dorsey. This is probably, at this point, not just a Jack Dorsey initiative. This is probably the board of directors and a lot of the C-suite executives at the top of that company looking into this as well. This sounds like it's not just a Jack Dorsey initiative. It sounds like Jack Dorsey is just the tip of the iceberg at Twitter for how many people like Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Now, of course, people have all of these different opinions on Twitter and Jack Dorsey, the man himself, but the fact of the matter is Twitter is one of the largest one of the largest social media platforms in the world. And in the same way that we saw social media come to dominate the internet, I think cryptocurrency is going to also. And the pairing of independent libertarian ideals such as cryptocurrencies with social media's ability to spread messages far and wide, this could be one of the things that fast tracks the mass adoption of Bitcoin and Ethereum, even more so than just people talking about it in the news.
Here's a great point, though. I'm sure someone will do this. Some people will do this. You in chat, though, give me a 1 if you would actually tip someone using Bitcoin, and give me a 2 if you wouldn't dare even put your Bitcoin on Twitter. You're a 1?
I'm a 1. I would do that.
I'm a 2. I would never even. I'm not going to put my Bitcoin anywhere near Twitter.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they're doing it. It's good for adoption.
I don't blame you.
But let us know in chat where you stand with that.
Hold on. Correct me if I'm wrong. But if it's the way that it's being provided is that they're just adding your basically Bitcoin address that you would donate through that system. If you're just sending Bitcoin to an address, that's
I was going to say, I don't think, I may have misspoken earlier because I said it looks like there might be a wallet attached to Twitter. What I was trying to get at is that it looks like you can link your wallet to it. It doesn't sound like Twitter is going to be doing anything custody-wise. They're just adding functionality.
Yeah, it looks like you just put the address, and then people can use that address to send you Bitcoin. I think it's completely separate.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. What's up?
This super chat, I need to say something about it.
Let's do it.
Chris G said, Chris, hold on, let me scroll up. You guys are putting too many twos.
There's a lot of twos.
I want to put their money there.
Chris G says, Tudor's Biscuit World is the best thing about West Virginia. That is correct, baby.
What is that?
If you're from West Virginia, you know it's one of the best restaurants. I mean, it's actually not that good, but it's like
it's actually not that good.
Well, it's probably one of the best then.
No, it's
Why are we out here roasting West Virginia?
I love West Virginia.
Hold
on.
You know what? Your state's the one that stayed in the Confederacy.
You know what? Hey, wait, Jeb, just keep their attention.
Let's not go crazy.
Keep their attention. I'll be right back. Okay.
Where are you going?
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab something.
Our producer's just leaving.
Wait, did you at least change it back to him?
Yes, it's on him.
It's on me. Okay.
Go.
What the hell? Tim is producing now. What's up, Tim?
Hi, guys.
Hi. Are you?
We're good.
It's me?
It's you.
Okay, cool. Well, I don't really know what to do now that our producer just left. Do we have any other super chats, Tim?
We do over there.
And you can't get
Give
to
me
them,
a second.
can you? I will. Tudor's Biscuits, the best thing about West Virginia.
I got it. Matt C said, on behalf of all the knights that have another great week in the crypto because of the important info we get here every day. Dinner on me, guys. Thank you for everything. Go Bruins. Upset LSU.
Thank you very much, Matt C. I really appreciate that. Somebody just said you quit, Smay. What was that? What did you just go and get?
I'm here. Are
you
guys
just walked
ready?
in with something.
Look, I painted this, guys. Look.
Yes, he did. That is beautiful. That is pretty cool. He painted
I
that
love
up
West
in his
Virginia,
office.
guys. It's my home state.
Where is that? That's a cool looking bridge.
That is the biggest it was one of the biggest bridges in the United States. It's from West Virginia, the New River Gorge Bridge.
Cool. So they do have infrastructure in West Virginia. Good to know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Whenever I get the chance to roast something, it's always fun. By the way, we have a special announcement that we need to make. And Smay, I think you have the information on it. Do you know what the announcement is?
Yeah. Guys, our merch is launching today.
Yes, sir. Our merchandise has just launched, and if I'm not mistaken, you should be able to see it below this video when it will be going live. I think we're going to be activating it at the end of this video. So, guys, make sure to check that out. We got a ton of new merchandise with our new branding on it. We've got coffee mugs and shirts and stickers and wall backgrounds for your phones and backgrounds for your computers and everything. So, if you guys are interested in some crypto jeb and some coffee and crypto merchandise, we got some really cool stuff over there. We're even planning on launching some. Can't say that second one, but you will hear about that second part in the upcoming weeks. We got another thing launching. Guys, we've got so many things launching lately. We had the new branding launch. We had the membership program launch. We're moving into a new office. We got a lot of stuff going on. Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. And drop a 1 in chat if you want some crypto jeb or some coffee and crypto merch, because it will be going live relatively soon. And I also have another announcement, and that is Ben Armstrong from BitBoy Crypto will be on this show on the 13th of September, so make sure to tune in for that.
Not this coming Monday, but the Monday.
After.
Right after.
Yes, indeed. So we're looking forward to that. We're looking forward to being able to bring some people on the show. So make sure to reach out to some of your favorite content creators, because we want to bring on as many guests as possible. I've now met pretty much every single crypto YouTuber through around the blockchain. So I've really enjoyed getting to know the cryptocurrency YouTube space and the YouTube community a lot more. And I want to make sure that this channel is helping to feed into that community. So we're going to be bringing a lot of people on. One of the first ones will be Ben from BitBoy Crypto. So make sure to stay tuned for that. A lot of really cool stuff coming, guys, and I cannot wait. Let's see. Are there any other super chats? Any other just general comments that we need to talk about?
Yes, I'm going to scroll through here and look for some.
Let's see. Mountain Mama. Heck yeah, Mountain Mama.
Ooh.
Yes, indeed.
Heaven.
West Virginia. We're gonna get a copyright strike.
Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah.
What you got, Tim?
We got another comment for Smay that Smay's gonna love.
What you got, Tim?
Scott Free says the camera needs to be on the other side of Tim, because it does not make sense when Tim and Jeb converse. They are looking in opposite directions. Get on it, Smay.
Why would you put that as a super chat?
It wasn't a super chat. It's just a comment.
Then why would you read it?
Because I wanted to stir you up.
Smay gets really upset.
Let me show this, guys. Show me where I should put it. Show me where. That's right. There's no place to put it. How many times do I have to tell you guys that this is a temporary set, okay? This is temporary. It's going to get fixed, okay? Calm down.
Oh, my goodness.
One of Smay's favorite things in the world is when people send in advice about how to
Well, it's because and I don't doubt that you guys are actually really good at your careers, but it's frustrating because every time they open it with, as if I'm incompetent, they always open it with, so I'm a professional cinematographer or photographer or something. It's like, okay, listen, I get it. You're good at what you do, but like, so am I. It's just temporary, okay? Sheesh.
We need to release an NFT of Tim trying to pronounce names and Smay being pissed off at comments. That's what we need to do.
It's pretty funny.
It is pretty funny. It's pretty hilarious.
We had a couple of super chats coming in. This thing is not cooperating with me. Let me read some of those. First of all, we had
Cash Cats.
Oh no, Cash Cats. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You almost.
You're welcome.
Tripped me up.
I
don't think I was gonna say Cash. Cash Cats joined the Jedi Younglings.
What were you gonna say?
I don't want to say it. Kodiak or said. $symbol super bid to the moon. Prepare to blast off soon.
That rhymed.
Yeah.
That rhymed.
Let me get the rest of this. Michael Amato said, good morning, guys. Thanks for all you do. Tim, I just checked the college rankings. Tar Heels overranked much? ? Number 10. Come on. Over Gators, LSU, go V-Tech. Here's the thing. Are they overranked? For now, yes. Just so you guys know, and I'll get this out of the way. We might talk about it tonight, too. The reason I actually think Virginia Tech has a good chance to win the game is because we have a little more experience in North Carolina. They got a lot of very, very talented players that have never played before in college. It is the perfect game to beat them because they're going to have to go through their bumps and bruises. Watch out, though. I think North Carolina at the end of this year is going to be a very dangerous team.
Someone said, give Smay a Snickers. You're not yourself.
Yeah, not himself.
Dang it, Philip.
Dang it, Philip.
Who's Philip? Philip. Philip freaking commented. He made a comment, made me angry.
Oh my God,
Philip.
I said,
Wait, I want to find it now.
Yeah, what'd he say? I want to know.
Okay, good.
Oh, he said, I'm a professional camera guy and your lighting is poop.
Nice.
Dang.
Gatidius Telecom again said, I own mainly
I like that
ADA,
name.
XRP, Solana. Should I sell those before September because of those regulation bills? The stonks going down when the Fed stops the stimulus.
I don't think so. I think if the stonks do go down because they're stopping the stimulus, then the cryptocurrency market is probably going to do very well, because if people are being forced to exodus out of the stock market, they're probably going to be looking into crypto with how much crypto has been doing well lately.
Yeah.
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah, by the way, guys, you know, I'm just going to let you finish what you were going to say.
Well, I'm just going to read more super chats.
Okay, then I was going to say this real quick. I saw somebody else say, you can't have a temporary set if you're not going to put a permanent set. Jeb, what have we been spending money on lately? Well, tell me.
Well, we've been spending money on new gear, paint.
Well, no, not new gear. Just paint.
Paint.
Yeah, paint.
Curtains.
Curtains.
Set pieces.
What? No, not separate.
Other stuff.
Yeah, but
What are you getting at? What do you
Why
want me to say?
don't you just answer the question?
I'm saying,
Yeah,
guys.
what do you want me to say?
I'm saying though that we've been getting the materials to build a new
Yes.
set, guys. You silly gooses.
All right.
Obviously, we're gonna build it.
Here we go.
I think they get it.
Johnny Shake said, Feeder Finance, the future of DeFi wealth management. Buy, feed, get rich. Binance Smart Chain goodness. I love y'all. Keep up the awesome TA every morning. Boom.
Thank you very much. Andy Baez said, tip in Doge. It's hard for the working class to accumulate ETH and BTC and then tip it away. Same about everyday use. That's true.
I saw someone else say that they would do Dogecoin on Twitter.
I mean, I would use Dogecoin in any way I possibly can to get rid of it and lock in profits, so I don't blame you on that one.
Yeah.
We also had Dr. Fuzzy Eyeball donate $5. Thank you very much for that donation. Guys, this is the last Coffee and Crypto show for the week, of course, because we do these 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, and today is Friday. So I want to spend the last 15 minutes or so getting your feedback on the show. What do you guys think of this week of content? I want to hear what you think. Is there any way that we can improve? Is there any way that we can bring you guys higher quality, more educational, more informational content so that you can be the most profitable as possible? Be brutally honest. If you don't think the lighting's good, that's okay. Let us know in the chat. We want any kind of feedback that you guys have. Good, bad, sideways, negative, bullish, bearish. I don't care. I want to hear it because we want to provide you the best quality content that we possibly can. Make sure to smash that like button. This is a bit more of a chill stream because it's Friday. We're winding down. We want to make sure you guys are getting ready for the weekend. So let us know what you're thinking in the comments. And also, guys, make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter because we're very active over there at CryptoJeb. And also consider following our subreddit r/Jedi Nights. And make sure to join the Jedi Nights. The link is down below for that. Tim, what are some takeaways that people need to have moving into this weekend? What are some things we should be looking at this weekend? Let's wrap the whole week up into a bow as we wrap out the stream here. What are the last things people need to know?
Yeah, well, you're just talking about crypto in general and,
Yes.
and what to do with price action.
Anything.
All right, so here is ultimately, I think, what people should be walking away with. First of all, as we talked about yesterday, and I actually really love what Cardano did. I'm going to start with Cardano. I really love that Cardano came down. It didn't quite get down to that 287 I thought it would. It got to 290. That's pretty stinking close. But I'm glad it did. Now, the only thing about it when you look at the technicals, and again, Cardano doesn't necessarily follow the technicals as closely as maybe Bitcoin or Ethereum does, but it's actually been pretty close. And even what happened last night, or it happened based off of, I could have predicted that with the technical analysis. I think it actually has a little bit more. I was tempted to say that, okay, 290 close enough when I woke up this morning. 290 close enough. It got down. Now it can resume its rally to what we're predicting. We're going to see at least 335, if not 340, before we get up over $4. I don't think it was the bottom. No. I think we're actually going to go down. I even looked at it again. I think there's an argument we were going to touch 284 before a massive rally. And again, this is all within the next 2 weeks before that September 12th date. So look for stuff to happen over the weekend. If Cardano did what was best, I think let's go ahead and get that out of the way. Let's go ahead this weekend and go back down to 284 so that next week we can start a fresh rally, get up over 3, hit that 345, maybe even start pushing towards $4 before we probably are going to see a good sell-off with the launch of Alonzo and smart contracts. That's what I think you should be thinking about with Cardano. Jeb, what are your take? Do you disagree, agree?
No, I think that Cardano is going to have... So I think that Cardano is going to have a pretty good next couple of weeks. I just want to see it... Cardano's in a weird state. Let me show the chart really quickly. The thing about Cardano is that it's in a rising wedge. It's in a rising wedge with an uptrending level of resistance and an uptrending level of support. Rising wedges historically break to the downside and break bearish. And also the other thing is we broke bullish out of a symmetrical triangle pattern right here. And after we broke out of that symmetrical triangle pattern, we had no momentum. This is kind of chronic in the cryptocurrency space right now. We saw Bitcoin do the same thing. It broke bullish and it couldn't keep it up. It just kind of rallied and it didn't do very well. It's sitting at $50,800 when its resistance was $50,500. It rallied and it didn't do a whole lot. That's kind of what we're seeing happen on Cardano right now. It really feels like the bulls are anemic at the moment. I think Cardano's doing very well, but at the same time, guys, you got to remember Cardano just rallied 200% in 45 days. It's done it before, yes, but it's now a $100 billion market capitalization. There it is. Cardano is worth, I think, $95 billion right now. $95 billion. Where is it going to get the volume, the market dominance and the market capitalization, for it to continue this rally? That's what I want to know. I really think that we're moving into Ethereum's time, and I think we're moving into Bitcoin's time. I personally think Cardano is going to have a hard time getting above and staying above $3. It tried to get above it, but I don't think it's going to be able to. What do you think, Tim?
No, I think it can. I just think it needs to come down first.
Yeah, I agree.
And again, it's. I know some people are like, "Oh, Tim's just down on Cardano." No, it's actually, hey, I think that the technicals are showing us there's a level of people who want to buy it there. It's a great buy opportunity before we go back up to hitting probably 335, 340. Now, what I do not know, and I cannot predict this far in the future, is how far that dip will be when we hit September 12th. I don't know. We will let you know as we get closer and closer. We're looking at the technicals. We'll give you guys a better understanding the closer we get. But I'm just talking between right now, September 3rd and September 11th. I think we need to come down a little bit before we see another big rally. So there's a great opportunity to make some money on Cardano. Yep. Just do it right.
Yep.
You know, that's there. We had some super chats come in, but I also, let's make sure we cover Ethereum and.
Yeah, I was going to say, let's cover Ethereum and Bitcoin also, and just kind of say, hey, where do we think it's going over the weekend? Like the week roundup.
What I want to do before we get to super chats, what I want to hear is, because you said you disagree with me, Jeb.
Yep.
What is your take on Ethereum? Because again, I think Ethereum needs to kind of not down necessarily, but chill out for a second.
Let's do it. Let's talk about Ethereum really quickly here. Ethereum right now, guys, is breaking bullish out of a descending wedge on its RSI, which is bullish, and we're also seeing what is known as a megaphone pattern showing up on the chart. This is a pattern that doesn't show up very often, but it is characterized by two uptrending or downtrending levels of support and resistance that are not converging like a wedge, but are actually diverging. These are so rare that I don't talk about them very much. You just saw I had to remember what they were called. You don't see this happen very often because normally when you're in a rising wedge, you don't see the rising wedge gain volatility. You normally see it lose volatility like 90% of the time. But right now we're seeing it gain volatility. Megaphone patterns can go in one of two directions. Obviously they can go up or down, but they're more likely to see the trend that they're in continue. And the reason for that is because the way that they manage to diverge the the uptrending level of support and resistance is by being very, very bullish. What we're seeing right now on Ethereum is that there's a green, red, green formation showing up. Also on the TD sequential, we have a lot of room to run. We're not overextended there. On Lux Algo, we're still very much in a buy signal, obviously. We saw a take profit signal right up here, which was not a bad one, actually, and then you would have been able to buy in again. And if we look at some of our other moving averages, such as the 20, we're right above the 20. The volume is a lot better than it was. Yes, we're outside of the Bollinger Bands, and yes, I do think that we need to trade sideways for a couple of days, but I think that we're going to end up rallying up to the all-time high because we had this ascending triangle pattern right here, which acted as a flag, and we've now broken bullish out of it. If we look at the flagpole for that, then we should be expecting this market to rally all the way up here above all-time high based on this flag right here. This ascending triangle pattern acts like that. So you would be expecting that. I don't think we're going to go all the way up there that quickly. I think we're going to trade sideways in between $3,800 and $4,000 for the next couple of days over the weekend. So talking about over the weekend, I think we're more than likely going to have a little bit of sideways momentum. But from there, I think we will break above or at least follow this uptrending level of resistance that we're testing right now and be hitting all-time high in the next 2 weeks. That's what I think.
So I hear everything you're saying, and all that could definitely be true. I think that this massive rally that Ethereum has, and there are some technicals that are kind of bearish on it. First of all, on the daily chart, we played out. We saw this really weird. Just as you said, it's kind of weird to see that megaphone. Mm-hmm. We also saw both bullish and bearish divergence forming at the exact same time.
Yep.
We just played the bullish portion of it.
It's true.
We did not answer the bearish portion of it.
Yep.
And I have not yet seen something not at least correct when we see bearish divergence.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying down necessarily. It at least moves sideways.
Yeah, that's what
so
I'm
that's my
saying.
first argument there.
How long do you think it'll move sideways?
Just during the weekend.
Well, that's what I said.
Well, okay. I thought you were when I said that earlier. You were like, "Oh, Tim, I disagree. I think this." And I was like, "Oh, you think this is gonna be a bullish?"
I thought you were gonna have a big correction. Maybe I was reading chat.
So we agree.
Oh, okay.
Good. Okay,
We agree.
sweet. All right,
yeah,
good.
no, I think it's gonna trade sideways for a couple of days, and then it's probably gonna blast off.
My other reason for that is because both on the daily and the hourly chart, we're
Yeah.
overextended on the Bollinger Bands.
Oh, very
what
much
happens
so.
very
I mentioned
consistently
that, yeah.
with that is we move sideways or down. I
Exactly.
think it's more sideways than down.
I agreed.
We are seeing some uptick in volume, which is great. But we also on the hourly chart have some bearish divergence, which is normal, seeing as that we just had a great rally.
Yep.
So again, the reason why I'm not massively bullish this week on Ethereum is simply because it had such a great last couple of days.
Yep.
It needs to cool off a little bit
Agreed.
before it resumes its rally.
Agreed. That all is contingent on whether or not the fundamentals take over, because one of the last things I want to mention on Ethereum is that since we're so close to all-time highs are a special case in crypto markets because they have a certain magnetism to them. What I mean by that is once you get kind of close to an all-time high, a lot of times people get so excited they just start buying the living hell out of the cryptocurrency, and it'll moonshot straight back up to all-time high, and then it'll start trading below the all-time high, and then it breaks it or it doesn't. But the point is, a lot of times the last 10% it takes to get to all-time high can go very, very, very quickly. We've seen that happen many times on Ethereum and Cardano and Bitcoin. We've seen it happen all over the place. So that is a counter argument to the idea that it's going to trade sideways for a couple of days because of that whole magnetism argument and us being so close to all-time high. There is a potential that we just forget all the technicals we just said. Technically speaking, it should trade sideways for a couple of days. Hype speaking, the hype says we should probably be there tomorrow, to be honest with you. So those are the two arguments.
I hear you. Okay, the hype you're saying,
Yeah.
which to be fair, I that is a fair argument. I also remember a couple weeks ago I was talking about how I think this again. We don't say we're right very often. Sometimes we are dead on right. 2 weeks ago, I remember saying within the next 2 or 3 weeks, I think Ethereum's going to hit a new all-time high.
Yeah, we both said that.
So it's like, okay.
Yeah, no, we both
like,
said
this
that.
is right, again, right on schedule.
Yeah, no, we both
And yet
said that.
still,
I completely agree.
I think give it another week. Give it, not even a week. Give it I mean, it could take the full week. Give it through this weekend.
Unless the hype
correct.
takes over, I think it'll probably be
And then
mid
go.
next week. Yeah.
All right, let's do some super chats.
Let's do some super chats.
And then we will wrap out Bitcoin and call it a day. So we actually got a good amount of super chats to get through. Dr. Fuzzy Eyeball said, I am a professional headphone manufacturer. I just wanted to note that Smay may benefit from positioning his headphones a little lower on his head.
Yes.
I like that comment. I thought it was funny.
That's a good one.
How am I supposed to?
It's fun. There we go. Kenneth Gardner said, bring back 2-minute technicals, hit the like.
Oh,
Kenneth,
yeah.
That's a great idea.
That's a good idea. We could do that.
We, from time to time, maybe not every single show, just like sporadically be like, hey guys, we're going to hit some
2-minute
techs.
technicals.
Nicholas Blackman said, I'm Jewish. Am I still welcome? Absolutely.
Of course. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know if there was a joke in there.
I don't know. Is that a joke? Of course.
Yeah, we love you.
We love you.
Cody X Or said, "What do you guys think about this?" I think he said this earlier, but what do you think about the Super Bid team? Personally, it has never let me down and is made up of very talented individuals.
Haven't looked at it.
Cody X
no info
Or,
on that.
are you a shiller? Because I think you've said that a couple times now. Jeanette SW. Either way, thank you for the donation. Jeanette SW said, "I love the show and watch daily. I would like to see some TA on altcoins, i.e. AMP."
Yeah.
You know, Jeanette, something we talked about. And we're probably going to see this develop in the future. Give it a couple weeks, make sure we handle all our things correctly. But rather than doing it on this show, we're actually probably going to let this show continue to live out with the top 3, occasionally bringing in a 4th or 5th altcoin.
Yep.
But doing a completely different show or video throughout the day that talks about those little altcoins.
Yeah,
Let
that's
us know
what
in
we
chat
wanna
if
do.
that's something you guys would love to see.
Heck yeah.
Because we do want to do that stuff for you. It's just what bandwidth we have right now. It's only an hour show. Only so much you can do.
Yeah.
Cryptoverse said, what does the squiggle in the logo represent?
The squiggle in the logo, that's a good question. The squiggle in the logo represents 1, a chart, so a chart going up, and 2, it represents power or energy or electricity, because the logo is meant to look like the C and the J of Crypto Jeb, but it also looks like a battery, so it represents all the energy that we have here and our drive to give you information, but it also represents a chart, so that C and J kind of look like a monitor, and with the little chart going to the upside in the middle. That brand took 9 months to develop, so there's been a lot of work going into that. Thank you very much for pointing that out. We're very proud of our logo, and we're very excited for it.
Yep. Moving forward, we got one from Mark V914 said, "Do you think Bitcoin will retrace to 50,200-ish this weekend before a huge breakout? September 14th is my birthday.
Happy early
Hope you guys
birthday.
have a great weekend. Go Dogs." Oh, you had to ruin it there at the end, there, Mark.
To be honest with you, it's really hard to tell right now. I kind of think it will, to be honest with you. Just because Bitcoin doesn't look like it's in the middle of a giant breakout. It looks like it's in the middle of kind of stair-stepping its way up. And also, the other thing is, down on the hourly chart for Bitcoin, there is bearish RSI divergence playing out. Now, of course, like we said on Ethereum, the top here on Bitcoin has not been set yet. So there is a potential that this bearish RSI divergence gets nullified. But so long as Bitcoin doesn't rally above like $52,000, that bearish RSI divergence could very well cause us to correct down a little bit before we bounce and rally in the same way that we did when we corrected from $50,200 down to $48,600. So yeah, I actually think that's what's most likely.
The only thing I think is I think that we will see bearish RSI divergence on the hourly chart, but it's not confirmed yet.
It's not confirmed.
If we see a massive rally in the price and the RSI movement, it could just stay good. I mean, it could stay normal. But I also think that it's a correction with what Bitcoin is doing down to 5,200 is not even out of the cards of being still bullish for this weekend. Like, especially with how that price action has moved, we could see it drop to 52, be a great option, and then to shoot right back up to 59, 51, or 50,900, 51,000. And again, that's what I'm not sure about, and I know you talked about it earlier, is where in that zone are we going to be? Somewhere between 51,300 and 53,000.
Yeah.
I don't know where. I would love to say let's get to the top side of 53. Bitcoin's obviously been slow, but news like this Twitter stuff is potentially what could push it over the edge to maybe even break through that 53.
Yep.
So we got another super chat I'm going to copy and paste put over here. We got one from Crypto Bull Doge saying Sisla Zis going parabolic. First token that allows you to visit crypto private island anytime you want in the Caribbean. Lots of celebs and MC still low enough to get in. 100x for sure. Crypto island. You know, we might make a new rule that when I see something like this, it's clearly a shill. We might just not read it. Sorry, guys. But I'm not sorry at the same time. Let's see. Cody X. I think he doesn't talk about the other products, so I'll read this one. Cody X Orr said the new era of social media has arrived. Buy, collect, and sell the most unique moments of your favorite celebrities immortalized as NFTs. I'm all right with that comment.
Yeah.
I don't think he's shilling anything there.
Let's go NFTs.
I mean, I think he was, but that's all right.
The next two, though, by the same person, I'm going to say Mika Mavinher. Can't pronounce your name, I'm sorry. Thank you for the donation. I think you're just stealing a coin, so I'm going to go ahead and skip it.
Well, guys, if you enjoyed today's stream, make sure to smash that like button. Let's see if we can get to 1,500 likes here in the next couple of minutes. We want to thank you guys very much for tuning in with us, and also let us know if afternoon altcoin show would be something that you guys are interested in, because we want to dive more into the content that you guys want. So drop a 1 in chat if that's the kind of thing that you would like to see. We got one more. I'll go ahead and read it. Tim Malcolm. I get all the easy names. I love it.
I know you get my name.
Yeah, he said, I know how to say your name. $10,000 to buy 3 coins and try and take profits before the end of this bull run. What are you buying today? Shout out to 90-Day Fiance fans. I don't know what that is.
That's a show.
That's a show. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so $10,000 to buy 3 coins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano. Boom. That's why we talk about those so much. 4 by Grace said, 1 Peter 4:8. And above all things, have fervent charity amongst yourself, for charity shall cover the multitude of sins. Have a blessed weekend. Have a blessed weekend
awesome.
as well, 4 by Grace. Have a blessed weekend to everybody who has tuned into the show today. Guys, that's all we got for you. If you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We are the fastest growing cryptocurrency analysis channel on YouTube, and we are trying to bring you the highest quality educational content that we possibly can, so make sure to stay tuned, because we got a lot of content coming out over this weekend. That's all I got for you. Make sure to check out our new merch line. That is launching. You'll be able to see it below this video here in just a minute. We got a ton of cool stuff for you guys, so make sure to check that out. We'll have our own merchandise here so that you guys can see it in person relatively soon. Make sure to look for that. And also stay tuned, because we got some really cool announcements, even more really cool announcements coming up over the next couple of weeks. That's all we got for you guys. Before I go, though, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.